Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun.
Morning, people.
Wow.
Morning,
OPEC
Jay.
Secretary General says there was a consensus to act now to prevent a crisis later on.
What
Says
you would
unanimously decided to take a preemptive stance to
Nothing
help
really.
stabilize global oil markets.
Other than the usual, you know. Nothing really. Other than the usual.
J&J CFO says have the opportunity
Well,
to
we'll see.
right-size its infrastructure for a two-segment company versus a three-segment company. That's Juliet, November, Juliet.
Yeah, these days are rough, man. You got the SPY gapping up. It's like, is that gonna keep going?
I know. I can't believe where it is.
I don't really have faith in it.
No.
In like continuing. Damn, look at Amazon now.
I know.
Alright, I'm back. Copy refill.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger.
Good morning.
Step
Morning.
by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no
Oh, very low today.
OPEC Secretary General says oil needs $12.1 trillion in other investments.
Turn up on the too. It's a little quiet.
Yeah, I got y'all all up to 80%. If I turn up my new speaker
Morning, good morning.
any louder, the music's too loud. I can't turn it any lower, and the noise from the scanners is extremely loud. So.
We can address you, man. Don't worry about it. You're good.
And then hopefully tomorrow you'll be readdressing me. I'm still at home. Son's
Oh, all right.
on crap.
Your son's still feeling bad?
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Dash 10/18 dash.
Amazon, what a fucking move on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got 20 seconds, guys. Market's sneaking up on me.
Yep.
Well, I'm not gonna trade the first minute anyway, so let's go. Good luck, guys.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Ding dong.
Look, everybody.
Yep.
Nice. Timothy,
I spiked the dollar, I think.
Butted. Or BLX. Well, I have this one up for some reason today. I can trade Amazon right here, so fuck it up then. Kind of a tough day, man. I don't really know what my bias is.
I was looking at RAD, but it went up 10 cents and 20 cents, and then just kind of like stopped moving. Okay.
The, of course,
I just want to see some volume.
Tell Reuters
Yeah.
Iran has promised Russia more
Same thing with
drones
laser. Laser
and
moved up
missiles.
like 20 cents and then just stopped. Yep. Array, kind of the same thing.
Watching STEM volume sucks, man. The volume sucks everywhere.
yeah, it's only good on these bigger stocks, but they're indecisive as well. I think the volume's really good on RBLX. It's really good on AMD. All the big Amazon. All these have great volume, but
PDD's moving up.
yeah, I'd say PDD kind of has shitty volume, but
Yeah. Well,
Amazon's coming down now.
so the SPY just came down a bit too. So ABC is moving for you, Tim. I don't know if you're watching that one.
I had it up, yeah. Need much
What is
more
it?
out of it.
You wouldn't want it. It's under 250.
Watching,
Should
Is that one, the one that moved up about 6 cents? Is that the one we're referring to?
Moving back
yeah.
15, 20 cents.
Watching
If you go
W.
from the bottom.
W.
W62
Iran has
KTB.
promised to
Oh,
provide
never
Russia
mind.
So
with
Weight
Don't have
Watchers?
many shares.
missiles in
Well, it's
addition
way
to more
fair.
drones. Two senior Iranian officials.
I even typed it in and I didn't look. I just assumed we had a bunch of shares because it's Wayfair.
Yeah, we do not.
I think you would.
What's Oxy doing? Nothing.
Nothing good. SPY's going back up. NGR.
Indecisiveness today, man. I don't know what to think about right now.
PDD up.
Hold up FNGR, but then I don't have anything. It just stopped and it says SR.
Big
Bart
pop on
sound, she didn't hear
PDD.
it.
I don't trust PDD today. It's not right now.
I feel like we haven't been trusting PDD for many days, bro.
I know.
Up at 10, the NAHB Housing Market Index for October
Maybe
expecting
tomorrow.
43.
A lot of PDD.
Carrot
I got
thanks
some.
fish.
Yeah, I missed PDD. I went to hit it at 59.50 and it dropped 30 cents as I went to hit it. I was like, ugh.
Continues to face
Nice one.
significant headwinds. Outlook remained unsettled as we head into Q4.
Ugh, should have held it.
I didn't even have time to move my damn order, dude. I put my order out and it immediately flushed all the way down. And it wasn't, I didn't put it at the 50% line. I put it above.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard one to trust when it keeps grinding.
I mean, it's going back up now, so don't worry about it.
Look at you. Hit 59.50 again.
I think those are scalp trades all day. Wouldn't be surprised to see it at high day again.
Yeah.
BBBY,
SPY
Bed
turns
Bath &
again.
Beyond announcing
Ooh,
commencement of
AMZN
exchange
just got
offers and
whacked.
consent of solicitations of its outstanding debt
Yes, it did.
securities. That's Bravo, 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 Yankee.
So did Netflix. Netflix was
BBBY.
up like $3 or $4. Now it's negative for the day.
There's a Bed Bath & Beyond pulling back here. Hit a high of $5.53.
Netflix is a little pricey.
Now, at
Amazon is too, but not as pricey as
$5.59. That's
Netflix.
Bravo, Bravo,
Wow.
Bravo, Yankee.
So SPY's going back up, so that's probably going to go back up. And so is PDD and Oxy.
Goldman Sachs shares off the highs now, $320, up about 4.5%. That's Gulf Sandy. J&J Johnson & Johnson shares are falling here after the open, falling to around $163, down about 1.5%. Following the company's earnings report earlier, traded over
KAVL up,
$171.
280 KTB.
Juliet, November, Juliet.
Looking at the
PDD
SPY
working its way to highs.
gapping up. It's
GS Goldman Sachs
annoying we're
CEO
not getting
says
more
fundamental
plays.
strategy remains the same and maintaining our financial targets.
One that I called right, but didn't want to jump in that bitch.
You guys have shorts on ILAG today?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
No. I don't think that's one that we're gonna all of a sudden have a bunch for.
LMT Big Co. Earnings, pass for me.
PDD high day.
Shocker. Somebody said it was gonna do that. Can't remember who it was. Fuck Chewy, that ain't doing nothing.
High day too.
What is?
Oxy.
Oxygen looks like shit though.
It does.
PDD.
Wish I had
Doing
short.
up here.
AEHR up.
Chin AEHR.
NCPL net capital files for up to $25 million.
Is that still going up?
Remember Charlie Papa Lima?
Yeah.
You have any on
Let's see.
CL?
19 CL.
Yeah. Too late now, I think, but it was going up nice and then hit 74.80. Well, maybe it'll
Yeah,
under
we
75.
do. What's up with that
TDD up
daily?
again.
I know.
The heck? It's Colgate. Didn't we talk about them last time? It did something silly. We were like
Yeah.
wondering why it was just stuck there.
Yeah.
That was a nice move.
Dang CL. Pulled it up too late. In TGT.
They're related. Target. Or did Target and Colgate have some kind of news?
Our target's going to.
Yeah. Like very similar looking chart.
Oh, let's see.
NBC reported Third Point has a stake in Colgate Palmolive, Charlie Lima.
There's
TGT
Target's
$.
news.
Shares of Colgate off the highs now, 74.84.
Target has inventory issue. Must means they're overstocked. So you think that would go down, but APRX, no volume.
Ah, dude. I took a little bit in that PDD. I just took it off. I don't fucking trust that thing at all. Made a little bit
EU
though.
proposed emergency
APRX, do you guys have any shorts on that?
for capping gas
It's
prices.
probably gonna dive all the fuck back down now. One sec.
APRX?
KPRX and TV.
APRX.
There's no volume
Euro
right now,
Pharma,
but it
shares
just went
holding
up
on a circuit breaker,
$1 and
Alpha
halted.
Romeo X-ray at the highs.
APRX, we don't have anything.
Oh, there's saying something about it.
Thinking that one might run a little bit.
Oh, there goes it. PDD. I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling it was gonna do that, but dude, it was trading so funky. Like it was acting like it might just spike back up.
Just follow
Don't
on the
trust
spot
that
for the
thing.
most part.
Yeah, KPRX could run a bit. It's got some phase 1 trial results that must be positive because demonstrates the treatment of non-infectious uveitis and ophthalmic and pulmonary disease.
Is it PDD's falling this by?
Yeah,
For the most part.
a little bit, yeah.
It's a weird one to follow. Oh, not really, dude.
IAG
Surprise a low a day.
shares up
PDD's a high a day.
16%, and IM Gold,
Or not
Airport
low, but
Company,
just coming off the
announced
low.
an agreement to sell its interest in Roosevelt Gold Mine
PDD shouldn't follow this by. It has nothing to do with it.
Vision Mining.
Good.
That's India Alpha Golf.
So do
AMD's
the other
following the SPY.
500 tickers that follow the SPY that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but it's not. It's at the high of day. I don't understand what you're seeing there.
When the SPY tries to go up, PDD tries to go up. When the SPY tries to go down, PDD tries to go down. I've been watching it.
I think AMD is closer to it than PDD.
I'm not comparing AMD.
For how I trade.
Good job. Good transition.
QNRX would have been good. It's still dropping.
I'm not even looking at that thing, dude. That's way too big of a company. What price is that?
$74.
Yeah, that's just one of those that I don't think trades well. Intraday?
No.
I don't think I've ever really looked at it. Amazon just has kept going down like a motherfucker. That's following the SPY. That might be leading the SPY. I bet you it is. Probably gonna drag the fucking SPY down with it. There goes AMD, it's gonna tank. I wonder if there's news on PDD for why it's up here.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna check it out. Let's see if there's something going on there that I don't know.
Just our investors undervaluing PDD.
Yeah, I see that yesterday. IDK.
QNRX.
PDD looks like the inverse of this SPY. I'm gonna post this and I want you to explain
Order
what you're
partially
seeing there.
filled. Order filled.
QNRX.
Yeah, I got nothing. You in it?
Yeah.
Something that I would look at, Jaggy.
Probably not now.
Maybe when it was up.
It's under $3, but it had actually a really nice move that you probably can get.
Gotcha.
Probably able to get.
Gotcha. I can't fucking figure out how to do anything today. I'm stupid.
Careful, already out of BP there.
Order cancelled.
I was just about to pull it.
Order filled.
Only 600
Oh,
shares.
AMD, don't do this without me, bro. Yeah. What have I done? Alright. I'm going to track this to AMD for a sec. That needs a push out for me to short it. Weirdly, the SPY is kind of sideways when AMD and Amazon are like just crashing.
Oxy just took a dump.
Oxy doesn't even follow the SPY anymore. I have decided that thing just does whatever the fuck it wants every single day. There's no guess. I don't even think there's a way to guess that stupid thing. Kind of stopped watching it.
Order cancelled.
PDD kind of looks like it wants to go higher.
It's fighting.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's kind of setting up a little flag up here.
$.
Almost QNRX trailing the last little bit.
That had a nice move for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. I wish it would have gave me my fill right away when I first got in. That would have been
Yeah.
better, but it still worked out.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one.
Did you say you had a trail on it?
Your-
No one likes being like
Yeah, I'm down to like extreme leftovers.
you made this
You
I only
used
had-
a DC button on this?
I didn't because I didn't think I had time because it was literally jiggling as I pulled it up. So I just loaded 200 shares real quick and threw it in there. I don't know what
QNRX
my
dollar
let me
on
see,
way.
28 cents. Let's see. DC button gave me 270, so I was kind of close.
Gotcha.
I mean, it probably would be quicker to use the DC button, honestly, than to
Yeah,
just
that's what I
load
would
some
think.
shares. Yeah, now that I'm really kind of thinking about
I'm
it.
like, I don't know how you think it's quicker to not just push the button.
I don't know. I guess, well, all I do is just click and roll my mouse twice and I'm there, where I'd have to double click DC and then hit the button. I don't know. It's probably about the same amount of time.
Gotcha.
But I literally pulled it up and I was like, oh, finally, something. And I was like, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I got you.
you made this mess and left me with the pieces.
Got you, bro. Got you. Spy looks kind of uneventful to me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it never really did anything today. It's got a really small range.
KABL
I mean,
dollar.
for what the spy's been doing. About $1 range, that's kind of shitty.
Coming up in 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the NAHB Housing Index for
Whereas
October,
AMD
43
is
to
already
consensus.
fallen $1.50. And PDD's going to the highs.
Yeah.
This is fucking hell.
It went up what to 60, then dropped to almost
PDD
59.
doesn't really have shit to do with this spy because it's Chinese. This has to do with whatever the fuck China's doing, which I don't know what China's doing. Is that other one Baba? I bet you it's going up. No, Baba's going down. See, there's no fucking rhyme or reason.
DOJ officials to hold a press conference at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss new and recent
They
enforcement
can't find
actions
the correlation to anything.
regarding Russian
That's
criminal
only-
activity.
Carnival's trying.
Carnival.
CCL.
Yeah.
Would need a big push, but 830s.
Yeah.
Alt's at 841.
Oh, boy, that's close. Did you say news on that one?
Huh? Oh, I didn't
I
load.
tried to mention it. I wasn't really paying attention to what he said. I should probably start listening to him.
I want to see what this KPRX does. It's on a 10-minute halt. So I'm just going to open.
I haven't traded a halting stock in so long. I'm not even gonna look at them. I don't trade them.
I think it's going to go long. I mean,
Out of
the
the-
index is 50 cents up.
Oh, there it goes. Oh,
It's
yeah,
gonna-
one dig.
KPRX shares resumed trading. Kilo Papa Romeo X-ray.
I pulled it up to see what it was looking like.
Really want
Pulled
more
back
out
to
of this.
785. I was going to get in.
Like more speed.
It's not
I
gonna
don't think we're gonna get it.
Pharma shares
I didn't
hitting
think
if it did it
$9
from here, you might not want to long it.
high. Up
That would be a
about
ballsy
40%
move.
Now that's Kilo Papa Romeo X-ray.
Yep. I could treat the family to some Chipotle tonight. That's about it.
Yesterday, Cure announced publication of their phase 1 trial results for their treatment for ocular inflammatory disease. That's Kilo Papa Romeo X-ray.
Other
Shares
rooms
now
make
off
that
the highs
Lambo
at
money. This
$8.
room, we make that Chipotle money,
7
yo.
cents.
That was a big drop. Ton of volume now, but not gonna do it.
Alright, I'm gonna find a trade. I want to make more than Chipotle money.
Order cancelled.
Oxy's got such an ugly chart right now that I don't even really know what to do with that thing. Like there's no clear lines anywhere, you know? No clear areas. It's a tough one for me.
QNRX trail. CL dollar.
This carnival would have worked. It was just a little. It wasn't a big enough pop for me. Almost got it in half size, but it just. I don't know. Carnival can grind.
Yep.
I just chased the shit out of AMD.
Did it work?
It's working. Fucking saw it drop to that level, and I just fucking said fuck it, and I'm for 200 at it.
What are you in at? 40?
47.
Yeah.
PDD dick.
I couldn't go heavy because I fucking was chasing, but could have been heavy if I was in it like right below 59.
QNRX dollar.
58, 84 would have been good. 85 better.
Carrot dish re PDD.
58. At least. Where it really is probably gonna go is way the fuck down here. Eventually. Oh, we're gonna have to balance first, aren't we?
CLA Stellantis at a Reuters event. The company's COO said the company looking at U.S., Canada, and Mexico for additional plants. Expects to announce the next plans by the second quarter of next year. That's Sandy Tango Lima Alpha.
Alright, I've had to get off, dude. I'm not riding it back up. Let's see what it does. I get up here like 58 60s.
Marijuana Moment says Cory Booker pushes for psychedelics reform to unlock therapeutic access.
Okay, patience. LX is all over the place.
What?
And it's kind of RBLX. It looks like crap, but just been up and down all morning.
50, I might be interested in.
What stock?
RBLX.
Hmm. Did they even went through $50?
No, 44.50.
Oh, like what the fuck? That's way up there, bro.
AX Skechers sues Hermes for patent infringement of his proprietary massage
EQOS up.
technology.
AMD,
That's
piece of shit.
Sandy Kilo X-ray.
See if we can figure something out. Funny, AMD's moving more than the SPY is. Like, way more. It
PDD
looks
dollar
like, I
on
don't know
way.
for that.
Coming up, the NAHB Housing Market Index, 43 the consensus. $38 versus 43 consensus, 46 previous on the NAHB Housing Market Index.
Watching MNMD, Mary Nancy Mary Delta.
Yeah, I pulled it up and then it dropped down like 5 cents, 7 cents.
Yeah, still looking for the bigger move up.
That's
I threw an
the
order
lowest
out at
levels in
33.
August 2012 on the National Association of Home Builders Housing Index.
Order
Yes,
cancelled.
Goldman Sachs says taking
Order
action to
partially
cut
filled.
expenses in
Order filled.
non-compensation category.
MNMD.
Really like to see 50, but I don't know if it's gonna get over 30.
Says
Did it fill
100%
you?
as well.
Yeah, it took a small starter. I had bigger size at the 33, but it didn't seem to want to get there. Just looking to scalp it real quick.
Yeah.
Stock we talking about?
It says it went down through my order though, so I'm a little confused. It says it went to 314, but my order is 316.
Yeah.
MNMD, Mary Nancy Mary Delta.
Gotcha.
IZEA, IZEA launching in the UK. India Zulu Echo Alpha.
Yeah, I'm a little confused because I have a multiple of 100 too, so
Yeah, it should have filled it easy.
yeah. So I don't know if that was like a
KABL
fake
out
wick
all.
or what.
STBA.
Out all
S&P
PDD.
Bancorp increasing dividend a penny to 31 cents. Sandy Tango Bravo Alpha, STBA.
Quickly not becoming a fan of it though, I'll tell you that. Just like how it's trading.
Yeah.
Of course, now it becomes even more annoying because it's trying to go higher. I think I'm about to get stopped out of QNRX as well.
Order
Yep.
filled.
That went back up.
Yeah.
All out QNRX.
That's weird. I'm scared of the. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of scared of the little ones. I never fucking know how far they can go. Like, I'm not good at those. Like,
Never know
I
how
don't
far
know if
any
this
of
is
them are gonna
extended
go.
a lot or not. You know, like, is this extended a lot? I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna have the daily,
I just
not
don't
really.
really have. I don't have good from the daily. Yeah, about 350 something maybe would be extended a lot. Is that how you would view it?
I mean, I'm already in it, so obviously I thought it was already a little extended. But if you're looking at something like the daily, it kind of crappy. I mean, I wish I would have got an ad up there at the top because I'd be nice right now. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in
Yeah.
it. It got out.
oh, look at that! It literally went to my
Hey.
17. Are you serious?
What's your average?
MNMD
26.
dollar on way.
But my take profit was 316.
I gotcha.
First time it went through to 314 and didn't fill me. This time it went right to 317. It's like, come on, man.
And when I say I don't like shorting these, it's not necessarily just because of the price. It's because I really don't fucking know how far they're gonna go.
How do you know how far
Like, if I knew
a bigger ticker's gonna go?
335 was super extended, maybe I'd smack it with 1,000 shares. But I don't know that, and I don't want to smack it with 1,000 to go to 4. You know, that would be uncomfortable.
What's the difference between $30 going to $40 versus $3 going to $4?
That's a bigger move. That's the difference. The 3 going to 4 is a huger move. That's a huge move.
It's the same percentage.
That's a bigger percentage. You're wrong. A $1 move on a $39 stock is a bigger move, smaller move than a $1 move on a $3 stock, percentage-wise. So that what you just said did not make sense. That would not be the same percentage, Tim. Come on, dude.
Fractions.
You said percentage.
3/4 and 3/4.
Do you think this same percent move for a $39 stock to move a buck and a $3 stock to move a buck is the same percentage?
I said 30 to 40.
30 to 40. I think it's a 39 to 40. Yes.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I thought you said 39 to 40, and I'm like,
that's why I didn't jump. Well, that's why I didn't jump on you, because I was like, I don't think he understood me.
Yeah. Well, you heard me say $1 move.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's why I was confused.
On a $39
Yeah.
stock is different than a $1 move on a $3 stock.
I'm all out of MN and
Carrot dollar.
whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a $30 stock moving $10 either. That's the concern. $30 stocks don't normally go to 40 real fast. These $3 stocks can do that.
Yeah, but see, this
That's
is where
why
I
these scare
disagree
me.
with you, because they do. You just
They very
you play
rarely move that
the
much.
ones that you play, correct?
Yes.
You're playing more of the blue chip
I mean,
stocks
I
that don't
play
do
a
that.
lot of low floater type shit. I don't.
I'm talking like even what was that one? Car?
Feels like a lot play, but
Yeah,
big coast
PDD,
only
It
Oxy.
did not move $10.
But it
PDD
can.
Did not move $10, but it didn't.
But
Look
it
at,
can.
Look at the chart. Tell me how many times it has. Tell me how many times it has. Do it. Give me a percentage.
I don't really
Maybe
feel like
1% of the
scrolling
time.
back. I'm looking at the daily.
Maybe.
There's several candles that are more than $10.
This one is the biggest one I see, and it's $3.50 in the last month and a half.
Since when do you only look a month and a half back?
I think I'm going way back. I don't see one that's $10, and I'm as far as I can go on dots. That does not happen frequently, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean, here's one in what is this? August 26th. That's, I mean, it's not $10, but it's 8.
MNMD
August
LNT.
26.
Here's $6, $7,
Yeah,
$8.
$6. That happens all the time. $10. That's a big move on a $30, $20 stock. Those moves are not frequent.
I'm not
But on
really sure
$3
what we're
stocks,
even
it is-
arguing here.
That's what I'm saying. $3 stocks is more frequent for it to make those type of moves.
Oh yeah,
$30
obviously.
Yeah, because they're
But
more
I'm-
low float. They're easier to move. They're easy to manipulate.
Yeah. Well, they're not all low float, but yeah, I get your
That's
point.
why I don't trust them. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't trust them, because I don't have a feel for those.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't have
saying
a
that
feel for-
a lot of my max losses are on bigger companies that move way more than they should have. Like
Yeah, I
PDD and like car and GPS. Literally like all my big losses are on big companies because they all went way further than you would think they would. I don't think I have one huge loss on a low float. I'm not saying that low floats can't go. Obviously, that's obviously not the case. But I'm just saying, like, the big companies can do it. It's just not as frequent.
Gotcha.
So I'm agreeing with you.
I got you.
Sort
I
of.
wasn't fighting with you. I'm just saying I don't have a good feel for them. That's it. I don't get why you can't argue
APDN
that.
52K
I don't have a good feel for them.
You could.
You obviously don't have a good feel for the ones I trade because you have bigger losses on them.
Well, I trade them much differently than you. It's not a
Yeah,
fair
true.
comparison.
But if you have more losses on them,
ABCT
then you
up.
obviously aren't. You don't read them all the time properly. And I feel the same about the lower flow ones. I don't read them. I don't have a good read on it.
AVCT is trying again. I feel like we might not have shares. We still
I
got
don't think we did
300K.
earlier, did we?
No, we
No, we
did,
did.
but I think we have more. I just would assumed we might be out by now.
There's another one. Like, I don't know. Where would I want it? Over 3? I don't know.
I
don't
would.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that would seem like a big move to me, maybe over 3. That's what you'd be looking for here.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't made like a fast move yet, so
BBIG, Lomotif launching beta version of Lomo ads.
I would
and
definitely
integration
be
with Google Ads.
Yeah,
looking for that
Ooh,
first.
that's moving.
India Golf.
What is it?
$1. BBIG. Be big. Oh. Guess who's back? Be big's back.
eBay.
I can't believe it's $1.
I know, right?
Well, that's because when we heard of it for the first time, it was, what was it? That big move up to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one you used to watch all the time, didn't you, Day?
Yep. That was one of them.
You had B-Big up all the time. You don't look at it for
Froggo,
a few
you're
months,
rude
it's
as
like
fuck.
90 cents.
BBIG nibble.
How dare you open your mouth, Froggo? This wasn't your argument. Get out of here.
You bastard.
Jerk face.
I agree with you, market.
ABCTF yak.
But don't tell Tim.
Whoa, what the fuck, AVCT?
What did it do?
Look at it.
Oh shit! What happened there?
Somebody said, I don't want it anymore.
Did you short it under 310?
You
No,
should have.
but
All
Brian and
LOL.
David did.
Did they?
Hoo at B1.
And that's crazy.
That's fucking bananas.
Volume
Has to
on
be.
that candle.
That's got to be a news fucking
ABCT.
thing, but I haven't heard. Here it is.
Halted on the way down on a circuit breaker, American Virtual Cloud, Alpha Victor.
1.1 million on that 1 minute candle.
You didn't give
Yeah,
any news
somebody said nope. Triggered
Wow,
some
wow.
algos.
Somebody sold 1 million shares. Made a lot of money.
I wonder what did happen up there. That's a fucking bananas move, dude.
Now, do you long it?
I don't.
I ain't.
ABCT
can see that bounce.
$10 million registered direct offering.
Hey.
And other.
Direct
Oh,
offering.
$10 million registered direct
Probably
offering.
$10
There you go.
on the circuit breaker.
They just fucked everybody midday. Assholes.
Where did you find that? Is it on Yahoo?
Charlie
said
just
it.
said it. Charlie just said
Charlie
it.
just said it. That's fucking shady, dude. I hate companies that do that are the devil of companies, dude. While their stock's getting bought up midday, they just say, fucking A, direct offering, bitches. That
I'm
is
starting to
douche, man.
believe that Benzinga is like super behind. I mean, all these moves are happening way before Benzinga even comes out with the news anymore.
That was a fucking, what was that, like a good minute and a half before he said it?
Yeah.
He announced the halt before he had the news.
Yeah, that's fucking pretty shady.
Usually, you should be the one causing the halt because of the news.
Once
Like, I wonder how,
once again, market, that's why I don't buy that shit either, because I don't fucking trust him.
Well, I wonder how SJ feels about that, because a lot of his plays are right off of
Or off
Benzinga.
Benzinga.
Yeah.
Yeah, who didn't get it?
Yeah, that was massively delayed. I will give you that.
They've all been that. Like, there's been so many up halts like these last couple weeks where I'm like, well, what's the news? And then we get it
And
like
as
a
it's
couple
halted, he
minutes
comes out
later.
with the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally he's pretty on. Like, normally the move happens because of what he said. Like, we've seen that happen many times. Fucking Roblox can't do shit. Oxy, eh? Everything looks like shit again today, dude. 2 days in a row. Made a little bit more today. Nada, nada. What you got up, Jig? Anything?
No, I got ABCT up, but nothing really.
I'll have to watch that ABCT. That's an offering. They're fucked. Yeah, Bazinga's a shady dude.
Keep looking back.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I should long that.
Long what?
KPRX.
KP?
RX, yeah. It looks like crap, but I have a feeling it's gonna run.
Oh, that's the one that halted
MNMD
we were looking at
trail.
earlier.
Yeah, I think it's gonna run. So I can't do it.
No, that's another example of ones that I just can't get behind anymore, man. I can trade these when we're in that market. When we're in that low float market and I see that, you know, all that fucking volume and momentum, cool. When I see charts like this, I just can't do it.
No, I should have bought it on that big drop.
Yeah, I mean, and then maybe just set your risk at the at that previous halt price, 790 or something.
Yeah, but I just couldn't do it.
That's the only way I
Wow.
can see doing
Look
it.
at AJ's chart.
Who's trying?
He was building into it and then oof.
ABCT resuming trade up of Victor Charlie Tango.
I think it's gonna go down and halt again.
Damn, AJ.
So AJ did great on that.
Yeah, built into a position and then hop it.
And the
There's
bottom
big
fell.
pull back after that offering announcement.
That's the dream right there. They announced that offering midday. Oh yeah. I think AJ knew something.
I'm pretty sure if he knew something, he'd be tossing his whole account at it.
How do we know how much he put on it?
I mean, you're not wrong.
That could be the whole account.
I really want to buy it.
QNRC heavy.
What, that fucking ABCT?
Yeah.
I didn't know what the offering price was. I wasn't paying
I was gonna
QNRX
say,
asterisk.
go find out what the offering price was.
All I heard was direct offering. Fuck you.
A lot of people trapped. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of people fucking saying, shit, get out.
And a lot
That's
of people that are probably trying to average down too.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It's got to get a pop, and all the people eventually saying, "Let me the fuck out."
I'll tell you who's even more fucking behind is Yahoo Finance because they haven't even announced it.
Yeah. Probably not even real.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if Charlie comes out and he's like, "No, A B C T."
I'm so sorry.
Could you imagine? Oh god.
They announced a $10 million registered direct offering and concurrent private placement price at the market. So it was at whatever price it
So
was.
so they were probably the ones that did it.
that sold it. Yeah.
Or they were the
Well,
ones that
actually-
were pumping it up so that they could sell it.
Yep.
Shady motherfuckers. Spy is weird, man.
Probably just chopping around in that little gap there.
I think it's gonna stay in that. That's what it did yesterday too. It gapped up and just dropped sideways.
Yep.
Today gapped up, came down a little bit, but now it's just chopping sideways. Two days in a row of bullshit. That's how I view it.
QNRX more dollar.
Although today I can actually stay in trade. If I want to.
If I want to.
I don't know if I want to.
I know.
I really want to sit here and watch nothing happen all day. Your KPRX is trying, Jaggy.
Yeah, I know. I knew I should have longed it, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, I agree with you. I've seen a lot of these type of charts. I just don't like trading them.
No.
I feel like they're so fucking risky because this could easily do what ABCT just did.
Yep.
You know, this could just say, whoop, go right through my fucking stop loss. You know, if I had one set.
Yeah.
Or I click the button, don't get filled, and you know, I mean, this could fuck you hard.
You know, if we were in a better market where there was more stuff to trade and I was up a bit, more than $12, I would say, okay, I'd give it a shot
Yeah, I got you.
with a high option for a good reward. But
Yeah, low risk, high reward, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna fucking get out of this if it comes down here. I don't care.
yeah,
Tim likes
But
Tim
I'm already
Hortons.
up, so who cares? But yeah,
Honey
this
Boo
would
Boo
easily
trading.
take away my $48.
yeah.
Dollar makes me holla spaghetti
That's all I
and
can
ketchup.
think of.
What?
I made shit today. This could easily just take it.
You know, just like AVCT, I could have bought it up and said, okay, let's ride it for 10 cents down.
That's hilarious, though, that I was just looking at that NASDAQ 10, like, where would you want this? Like, over 3? I mean,
Apparently,
it
280.
just died. Apparently 280 was the spot. We fucked up.
Yeah, but this is only because there was an offer.
I know. That was one of those.
Whoops. Hit flat.
We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Out
No.
everything
No,
LOL.
dude, midday fucking shit like that? No. Seen a few of them where you wake up the next morning and it's down $4 or $5, but
Yeah.
nothing like that. because that's the shadiest, shittiest thing a company can do.
Rago, I'm gonna say no. Or maybe that's what he started doing a couple weeks ago, because he's sure the F slow.
he's like, hold on, I'm positioning myself here. Okay,
I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that just how Devin made it sound, that's got to be illegal.
I think that would be illegal. I'm pretty sure he could not.
CEO Jeffrey Smith
But then again, I mean, what's the difference between what he's doing versus what people do on Twitter?
Yeah.
And it's really no different.
Or say the big fucking
KPRX
big hedge funds that do that shit.
Right.
You know, they announce that they're short something, looking for this price target. They're already in it. They're just telling everybody.
Yeah.
Hit a high of $160 in the pre-market on that early report that Starboard had taken a stake.
This KPRX.
Michael.
Dude, you get people like
Eric
fucking
on
JP Morgan and big companies announcing that type of stuff. They don't get in trouble. Yeah, dude, why didn't you long that KPRX check? Stupid.
Out all for now.
Up.
You would. There is no way in hell. I know you way too well. You could not have helped through all this.
He's holding it to the halt.
Jag is in his brain.
Oh, fake alt.
You would have been out the first pop, dude. Made 50, 60 cents on it, and then been like, I should have held.
Something like this.
Goldman Sachs
I know you
CEO
way
says
too well.
pulling back
I would have.
on some consumer.
Yeah, you know yourself too well.
Aspirations. That's
On something like
Jag's
that,
like,
where
oh yeah.
back down, not even a second thought in my mind. The
When it came back down, you'd be like, nope, not touching it.
It didn't halt.
No. Kind of ride that bitch up. It's got room to like $20.
Goes back to 9. I'm in.
$18, not 20. I don't think I'll make it up to that. It could. This is why I don't fucks with all the floats anymore. I mean, and the chart looks like shit. Like, the chart looked nice, I'd want to trade it, but you know that's not a smooth looking chart.
No. It's another reason.
Yeah, that's the only way I can take those. When we're in that market where I see those really smooth looking low float charts, I can trade that shit. I'm not good at trading that type of stuff. That's something I could trade when I have the fun money or house money. When I feel like I'm totally fucking set, I'll throw 1,000 shares or something like that. Down there, a little under that $8, you know, and just fucking say, hey, below 880, or 780, I'm out.
Yep.
I'll give it 10, 15 cents and see what happens. Hey, that's a fun money trade. Buy shit now.
Yeah, it did. It just shit the bed right there.
Take a look at the daily on RBT. It's like almost all red.
RBT? Like
Yes.
robot?
Yes.
Rubicon.
Oh shit.
That's a
Like
pretty
since it
shitty looking
opened.
daily.
Is that the opening?
Yeah.
Dude, look at it on a weekly. Dude, just click that weekly button.
RBLX, Roblox, Axios reporting to.
Oh god, it is all red until this week.
It has
Yeah.
been red every
Atlanta
week
and
until
Sonar
today.
Studios have
I would bet you money that's going back down.
Company, Twin Atlas,
That would be a good bet.
Axios, that's Romeo Bravo Lima X-ray.
My feeling on that is that that will be red by the end of the day.
Probably people just covering shorts.
Yeah, I
No-
got that
no
little
one's
buff
buying
there,
it.
like, alright.
Odds are.
Oh man, that RBLX chart looks just as bad as KPRX. Look how shitty that looks. Oxy looks like shit, dude. There's not one chart that looks tradable.
Yeah, that looks bad. PDD doesn't look great.
PDD looks better than those other two. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a little smoother. Oxy looks like shit. I mean, that's an ugly chart. PDD actually, there's some order to it.
GS Goldman Sachs CEO says expects bumper M&A and capital markets environment.
Fucking diving hard now, PDD, huh?
Yeah.
As we head to 2023, that's golf.
See, the reason I traded that one earlier, I had an idea on it, and I didn't fucking just hold. Dude, it never went up to my entry. It probably went right up to my entry, but never went above it. But that's a fucking hard one to hold on to. But I have a trend line drawn on that I kind of went right into, slightly over, came back under it. Now it's diving. That's probably gonna come all the fuck back down. If I can find a way into that, I might trade it. I would need a push up. Fuck, I wish I would have kept my eye on this one, dude. Below 59 would have been beautiful. Oh, fuck. Jag.
What?
I didn't help me with this one.
PDD.
I didn't have my eyes on it. Now I'm like, fuck, I would have traded this. Right below 59, I would have 100% wanted this. Stop out with 59.08, 59.10. Oh, that hurts. I missed that one, dude. I was watching all that other shit. It's a bad thing when the market sucks. I get to looking at too much shit because I'm bored.
Need more monitors.
I mean, it was up. I had it on a chart. I just had other shit blown up. Wasn't paying attention to it. Should have set an alert or something. That's what I need to do. Is set alerts on anything I'm slightly interested in. Not when I viewed it like I traded it, I'm fucking done. That's my bad. Ooh, that's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Basically in at high a day. That's hilarious. You guys think show should win? Well, technically, it's news that are publicly available at the time you get. Oh. No, you're right, dude. I think he is just literally monitoring it constantly, so he probably could trade. Damn, PDD. You don't want to stop.
Oh, I want KPRX right here. I can't do.
Take it, Jack. Take it. I'm kidding. Don't take it if you don't want to. Do your thing, dude.
I'm not gonna. I wanted it at 992. I would have been in.
Oh, PDD could have just made my fucking day, dude. That's a bummer.
If it spikes up, I'm gonna run away.
I should change this one to PDD. It's kind of my favorite chart.
Going all the way up the V-Way.
TRNA, Turner Therapeutics.
That would be fucking fantastic.
Nice work, Diego. Other room though, please.
I don't know though, man. Like, if you look at it, it did like gap up above this previous resistance. It just came down and retested it, so it might fucking hold up here. I'm 100% sold on that shit.
Up 13.5% now at the high ERNA.
Son of a bitch.
Did that one do what you thought it would?
Well, it's up. It was up 20 cents. Now it's kind of playing around right there. So it probably would have been out at like 10.10.
Got it. Sorry.
But he kind of danced around a little bit. Fuck it.
Now today feels like it's going by slow. Yesterday like flew by. It's only 10:30. It feels like it should be 12 already.
Yeah.
I was out of here so fast yesterday. Did the rest of the day go quick? You guys didn't have any trades. How did it fly by?
Bro, I don't know.
Burn
I just
NTB.
remember like, holy crap, it's 12 o'clock already.
Crazy, because I
RNA
literally kept
Turner
checking the room,
Therapeutics,
and
shared,
There's nothing.
after I
recommended
left, there was not one
afternoon,
trade.
Oh, bro, it was so slow in the markets. I have no idea. I mean, I even said it out loud, like it was flying by, and I think Jag and Thomas kind of both agreed. It was just, it was weird. It was,
Yeah.
Maybe because we were just like constantly scanning, looking for charts. I don't know.
It went busy even though it was, or went fast even though it was slow, huh? Yeah, I was looking at charts all day, like on my phone, and I was just like, man, there ain't nothing fucking happening. But I never came back home, so I was out all day. Looks like my mom's probably gonna be here by the end of the week, maybe beginning of next week.
Food near just off the lows now, just at the lows now, 81.56, down 3.5%.
They went along your KPRX, Jack.
I know. It's gonna go. It's gonna go to 10.50 at least.
Get it, boy! Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm better off not taking it anyway, no matter what it does.
Is that one of those that you like? You're FOMOing on, but you probably shouldn't trade.
Yep. Even if it would work,
That shit.
it would set a bad precedent for the future.
I am literally like not looking at shit like that. If I don't want to trade it, I'm just like not even gonna have it on the chart. Don't want to be tempted. Especially on boring days, man. Next thing you know, you're like, maybe I can make money on this stupid bullshit.
I've got a lot better. Probably about 9 months ago, I would have been in that loser one.
Yeah. No, I used to try to trade that shit all the time, dude. Sometimes you made money, sometimes you lose money. It's just one of those, like, it probably ends out being break even over the long run.
Yep.
You know, it's like a game of luck. You know, and sometimes you're like, boom, made some. And the next day you're like, ah, fuck, lost some.
Yep.
What's the point in doing that shit? Oh, look at this thing. Oxy trading down
Yep.
into previous support. I see lots of support at that 66.50 area. If it gets through there, I have an alert set. I'm interested in the downside. But I ain't long in shit.
Do you put a note for your alert? Or has it ever happened where you had an alert go off? What the hell was I thinking here? Why is this going off?
Getting into your car is one of the
Well,
most dangerous
normally I
times to
can
attack. You better know what
see
the
it.
indicators are.
I mean, sometimes that happens where there's an alert that goes off and it's from like 6 months ago, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know why this is here. But normally, if it's one that I set recently, I can pretty much see what was happening there. Like this is from 2 days ago, so I can see all the support that was at 66.50. I can, you know, visually. because I can see about a week's worth of time. So as long as whatever I created that alert for was somewhat recent, I know why.
See now the KPRX just dropped 50 cents.
I would guess Oxy will bounce here, but I'm not doing that shit. I don't feel like that today.
They're right around 650, 655.
Which one?
Oxy, right around 6650, 6655. It'll pop a little bit.
Yeah, I think it just put in its maybe bottom, but I don't know. I mean, it could go to 6650, but I'd imagine it'll pop back up to probably 67-ish. But I ain't taking that. I'm not taking that. That is not my play, dude. The scary thing, if it drops through there, there's no fucking support.
No, then who knows where it goes.
Well, I mean, I have my next line, which is where I think it would go, which is $63. So that's kind of more what I'm looking for, is a break of that level below, and then write it down to 63, or try to. Because before that, 63 was the clear area for me that I see.
VKTX up in BG for BE.
That's good support down there. And there she goes. She's gonna go back up here. Let her do her thing. Let's see if that sets up.
Oh, Tesla's negative now.
Nice daily there.
Tesla's?
Yeah.
And that was up big in pre-market, wasn't it? I heard a lot of people talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't look at Tesla. That's another one that I just choose not to look at. Yeah, Tesla's probably following the SPY for sure. Oh yeah, totally. Now there's a twin.
Yeah, the Tesla was up at what, 230?
Tesla and the SPY are twinsies. AMD as well. Tesla, AMD, SPY. That shit looks the same. Even Oxy a little bit, but Oxy did its own thing there, which that's the part that always serves me about Oxy. All of a sudden it will do something totally different, and you're just like, all right.
Yeah. And now the SPY's going.
Oxy.
So
I got that 370, 90-ish area as the bottom on my chart, but we'll see. Now that SPY, I swear to God, might go to high a day. If I was DT, I would long it right there.
it wouldn't surprise me.
I'm calling high a day. That's where I think the SPY goes from here. And if it gets below 370, 90-ish, it goes way the fuck down, so. These fucking, I have these stupid fib lines on the SPY, and they've been honored like crazy. I have a lot of faith in those ones. My chart's unloading. Cool.
Alright, NA, resume trade. Echo into Romeo November Alpha.
What the fuck? Let me do it. Here, I'll post. Let's go from today on there.
There's hitting $6.45 at the high of 25% on Echo Romeo November Alpha.
Oh lord. Check out these downside fib lines on the SPY. Oh, I didn't get the price in there, but who cares? This is something I haven't been able to do on many stocks lately because you can't fucking find anything that's honoring anything except for the SPY. But it held this one, it broke, came down to the, I made that one on the bottom green just because it looked like support.
Yep.
Came back up to it, rejected, got above it, rejected the next day, came back down to the green line, back above the other one. Now it's broken out from that third one up. Alright, so that's why I think that 370, 90 area is going to hold. For now.
Yes.
That shit breaks, we got a different game. Which I kind of think it's going to break, dude. I think we go lower.
Or the SPY.
Yeah, I don't think we're done. Honestly, if you go back further, we're kind of forming a little, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see it retest, like, up to 379, 380 area, and then fail. Or trade sideways for a long time in this fucking zone, and that would suck. If you really look at it, we broke down from 380s, and we've just been chopping back and forth between 380 and 350s. But we might get sideways action for a little bit, dude. Which will fuck up the winter trading, so that'd be great. Hey Tim, do we know who AJ is?
From YouTube. He was also on ISW for a little bit. But we don't know, like, who he is.
I got you. We don't really know him.
I know I'm pretty positive he's overseas. He has kids. Like, I know a little bit about him. I don't know. I've never, like, dove deep.
I got you.
And he's a good guy. Every time I've talked to him, he's very kind-hearted.
Goldman Sachs CEO says environment is uncertain. Bank is being cautious. ERNA, Eterna Therapeutics, hitting $6.81 at the high. Echo Romeo November Alpha ahead of their presentation.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking at, Jag?
Nothing.
Oh, dude, that's the same one I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at that one too. It's a good one.
Report Tesla tops battery EV registrations in Germany. That's Tango Sandy Lima
Fucking twinsies, man.
Yeah. Be crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
ERNA halted on a circuit breaker again. Echo Romeo November Alpha, $6.90.
ERNA, Jag. It's halting like a motherfucker, according to Charles.
ERNA. Is it even worth
Or
looking
maybe
at?
he said via. I don't know.
Tesla
I'm
top
like,
registrations of battery electric vehicles in
No.
the first 9 months of the year, 38,500, beating out
Inbound to
Volkswagen.
670.
That's
It's
TSR. That was
SSR.
from
It looks like
Reuters.
crap.
It's got 700,000 of volume. It's looking awesome.
Why you
I
gotta
can
be
see
so
that coming
nitpicky,
down, though.
Jack?
I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm spelling something right now, but I do not know if it's right.
Oh, I'm curious.
I don't think it is, but I'm going with it. That's a word that I've never written. I'm gonna see if I'm right.
Looks
Wall
right.
Street Journal reporting President Biden to push
Could be ENT,
abortion
maybe?
rights bill of Democrats.
It's definitely not
control of
right.
Congress.
Maybe that's not a word.
That's totally right. I just Googled it.
Oh, is it right?
Yeah.
Well, I typed it into texting, and normally it'll autocorrect it if it's wrong, and it just acted like it had no clue what I was trying to type.
Oh, Google it. The word.
It is. Man, I typed it right.
You're just so unobservant to figure it out.
Suppose.
Who we got? Who we got? Sales for life. What's up, man? Lady. Lady. Thanks for the sub. So I got a question for you guys. This is a broad question. If you owned a company...
Oh, about women?
I mean, I guess it could be a man too. So you own a company. You have several employees. No, it doesn't really matter, but there's one employee that you favor more than the others because they work harder, they do a better job, etc. This employee comes to you and asks for a specific amount that they would like, which isn't a crazy number. Like, it's something you could definitely afford, but you're a business, but you need this person because they
Okay.
do the brunt of the work.
So how long has this person been at my company?
6 years.
Okay. Do I have a normal review process where they get raises? And this
Yes.
is outside that realm?
No. This is
It's in the
within.
realm.
Yes.
Does this person do other favors for me, like sexual?
No. Well, not that I know of.
Okay.
Fuck
Not
them.
how far outside the norm are they? Is what
No-
they're asking for
Not
different than
not far at all. Here, I'll give
just
you
within-
I'll give you an example. I don't want to give exact numbers, and I'll use like a round number to make it more easy to understand. So say, let me think of the percentage here. Okay, so say you're making like 88,000 a year, and you want to be making 100,000 a year. So that was kind of my round
That's
number.
a decent bump.
that's a huge bump.
That's a
Okay.
huge bump.
Okay, but now here's
I do not consider that a small bump.
So again, you are clearly the most valuable person to this company in that position. You also have proven that because they have this contest every year where the employees vote for who they think is the most important person that works there. And
again,
that happened. So, and I'm not saying that this is all worth it, but, and the company makes on paper
$7.
A lot of money.
Off the high
Like a
now
lot
at
of money.
$6.70.
So it doesn't come down to
That's
whether the
where we
company
are
can
with
afford it or not. So it has nothing to do with that. It's just a matter of this person wants a specific amount. They feel that that's what they're worth. And 3 years ago is when that number was asked. And they've slowly, and so here's the thing. In the review process that Jag was asking about, that number was said,
$.
we might not be able to hit that this year, but I will have you there by this time next year. So basically they gave her, her, I mean, obviously this is probably.
Is it in writing?
No, obviously it wasn't in writing.
I assume you're talking about your wife here.
Yeah,
but whatever.
yeah. I was like, I think I just gave that away. But
I assumed that from the beginning because I'm like, who the fuck else does Tim care about? That
my mom that's retired.
I don't know. That's a tough
Okay.
one, man. Like, because that's
Well,
a
here's-
tough one from a business standpoint.
Can
So-
she go anywhere else and get what she wants?
I mean, there you go. Can she leave and get it somewhere else?
I don't want to, especially on stream, dive too far into details that have been discussed between us. But I mean, yeah, there are several other agencies and reps and companies and stuff out there that she could go to and probably pretty easily get what she's asking.
Well, then I would go and apply to one of those, get the job, and then tell the company, hey, you either bump me up or I go there. That's what I would do. But
so the problem is the industry that she works in is very like tight knit. So yeah. They're not supposed to
keep her,
but
and
they
she's
do.
that valuable. They're not going to fire her ass.
Well, this is
unless she really isn't as valuable as maybe she thinks she is.
Yeah, this is what I've told her several times. But here's the other catch. And this was actually what my initial question was. Why do you think that companies would rather give you a bump in pay through a bonus versus raising your salary?
Because they don't have to give it to you every
It
year.
can be taken away. They don't have to give it to you.
Yeah.
So
100% why.
Give it to you every year.
They've
Yeah,
never
Give the bump in
once.
salary, they have to give it to you year after year. A bonus, they do not.
Yeah, and I mean, I get that, but it's very, very, very rare that they don't give it to you. I think the one time they didn't give it to them was because of like when COVID first happened and like all the business kind of just died. So they're like, look, we can't do bonuses.
But that is why, because it's now dependent upon what they're making, what they're getting, the company's getting out of it, not just a mandatory, we have to pay this person X.
Right.
They're going to always
Is it a public company or a private company?
Roughly
Private.
twice as many
Okay, so then it doesn't
votes
matter.
against
Because
unionization.
like a
of
public
AL,
company,
B1
the lower they
House,
keep their
that's
salaries,
Alpha,
as a whole,
Bravo, Alpha Michael Zulu,
that's
November,
better for
AZ.
stock and for when they
Right.
post them out. So then, because bonuses, they're based, okay, well, we gave bonuses based on, we did whatever. But this way,
Right.
when they report it, they just report it, salary.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it was something to do. Like, I honestly don't know. That's why I was asking. Like, I was curious if it was like tax related. I mean, I get the obvious point of like they can just take the bonus away any year that they really need to, but
Yeah.
that's part of the sleaziness as well, if you ask me, because someone. It brings me back to like Christmas vacation, like where some people are basically counting on it. And then you're going to just take because at this company, it's not unheard of for some people's bonuses to be like almost 50% of their annual pay.
I worked for
nuts.
Coca-Cola, which is a big ass company, and they switched to that type of they'd rather pay you through bonuses than pay you through just salary. Even Coca-Cola, huge fucking companies, they just realized it doesn't make sense for us to always pay somebody this, because the second they don't prove that they're worth this, we don't want to fucking give it to them. We don't want to fight it for them. She has a bad year, we don't want to pay her that. But
right, like we can just take the bonus away, and if they want to stay, they stay.
If it's strictly based upon their performance, if she makes a lot of money, hey, we'll pay her a lot of money. She makes shitty money this year, we're not going to pay her good.
Yeah.
The companies love that option.
So one thing about her company is they've made it like part of their reputation that they do not ever lower your bonus. So like whatever your bonus is, like you can count on it being at least that next year. However, like I said, they've only had 1 year where they didn't do it, but I mean, it was kind of like a, hey guys, like we're backing into a corner just like everyone else. Like we just can't do it this year. But like but like I said, you know,
Like you say,
that
they
was a
never
40
will until they want to. So,
Well,
so on paper,
well, they didn't
don't
want
have to give it
to.
to them.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to, but it was one of those years where it was like, well, either when it comes down to it, the business is going to say, well, we got to make our money. Like it's never going to,
So
it's always going to be that way.
reputation, but it's not in contract that you have to
Correct.
get this bonus
Yeah, it's
this
definitely
month.
not in contract, which it never
Which
will
means
be.
that they can fuck you anytime they want. That's
Oh,
what
well,
companies are gonna do.
100%. Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I've been trying to explain to her is
They're never going to give you the salary.
they're a business. It's a business. Oh, well, they've been slow. So here's the thing. That was 3 years ago. And they've been every year just like slowly getting closer. And this year, she thought they were just going to bump it up to that amount that she was asking. But they like went a couple grand under it. And it's like, seriously? Like you couldn't. It's like something she's been asking for 3 years. Literally in her review, she's like, I'd just be happy if you just made my salary this amount. I'd just be happy if you made my salary this amount. Like that's all she like really cared about. And it's like, you're this close. You can make an employee happy by giving her a couple extra grand a year for someone that makes you millions. You know, it's like, what kind of bad, I don't even like, to me, it just wouldn't make sense. It's like, I know I can make this person happy if I just give them an extra 2 grand for the entire year while she's sitting at a desk making us millions. And you're telling me that you can't come to the senses of figuring that out. Like it blows my mind, actually, like to even think about it. It blew my mind. Like
APL, Apple out with a press release now. Apple is producing the next generation iPad Pro, supercharged by the
Froggo.
South Alpha Papa Lima.
I mean, so like that figure you gave us, whatever it is that all salary and bonuses on top, or is that including the bonus that she gets every year?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the bonus.
So the bonus is extra. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't know, because then if they go the way, then you're screwed.
Well, this is what they essentially did get her there that next year, but it was through the form of the bonus. But we had the same discussion that we're having right now, where any given year they can be like, oh, sorry, no bonus. And then now you're not making that amount that you asked for.
I mean, as a negotiation thing, she can say, okay, you're normally getting me there with the bonus, or I'm above it with the bonus, whatever. Just say, okay, I know you don't like to lower bonuses. Say, put me there as my salary, and my bonus is, let's say your bonus is 20 grand.
That's a good point.
Now I only want, give me any less than 6 grand of a bonus.
Right, like say take the amount out of my bonus and put it into my salary, kind of thing.
So, and theoretically, they're not losing anything, but the drawback is you're theoretically losing 14 grand or whatever it is, because now are they only going to give you that 6 grand bonus versus a 20 grand bonus or whatever? You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I guess if you willingly went in and said, I would accept less of my bonus so that it can become part of my salary, they would probably, I don't know. That sounds like something they'd be willing to do, you'd think. Like and again, like if their reputation is that they're paying you the bonus every year anyway, like what would they care? Supposedly.
And the thing is, if she's making that kind of money, it's easy for them to pay that bonus, even the same bonus with it.
Right.
It's also a precedent that they set with other employees.
Well, and that's what I keep trying to tell her is
the
like,
company would be afraid of is that she's not going to put forth the effort if she's getting it automatically as opposed to through a bonus. That's what the company will.
She might talk to other employees. Now all of a sudden, well, you got this huge raise. How come I didn't get a big raise?
And they'd be worried that if we just automatically give you X, are you going to put forth the effort that you were when you had to work for X?
Yeah, but that's not how
performance based.
You can't think that way as a company. That's kind of how.
That way. Every company views you as a dollar percentage of what you can do.
But that's my point.
They view you as nothing.
No, but that's entirely my point, is that they have already told her and do view her as that. Like they,
He's nuts.
so
He's nuts.
because I was going to say it works the same in the sports industry as well. Like if you perform, you get paid. Well, she's
No,
performing
seriously,
and she's not getting paid.
Oh,
Oh,
DNUTs?
NUTS.
DNUT up.
Oh,
I don't have
DNUT,
it.
donut.
That looks
DNUT,
actually
right?
Is it halting?
it looks
Oh
good.
no, it's just slow.
I like it over 1375, but I don't
Was
have
that
it.
halting? Oh no, it's just slow.
It's just very slow. I mean, it comes down to, do they want to give, a 10 or 15% raise?
Hold on one second, I'm watching this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Wish I had
Order
some.
filled.
Just got a
I mean, you
horrible
don't.
fill. Damn it.
I'll be right back.
We have shares. I just got a horrible fill.
Nah, I didn't dig it.
I thought I was hitting it at 68 and I got filled at 57.
58,
Just,
68, 57. I got you. Well, looks like it's coming down a little bit.
just had to bounce off
Nada
me real
for
quick.
me, nada for
I'm
me,
probably just going to
nada
take
for
this
me.
off.
In.
God damn it. I was sitting at 44. Went to 48.
As well got a horrible fill.
Was there news? Like, what's going on here?
I'm gonna imagine it's something, but.
I mean, it's obviously volume out of nowhere.
It's Krispy Kreme's. That's a big company. I don't think it just moved on nothing. I don't see anything on
Yeah, I'm going to try to just get out now, because unless I get an ad, but I'm not going to add this close. It's just toying with me.
like I would like to.
Order filled.
I was like, literally, I dragged my order all the way up to 52 and it's bouncing at 53. Like, get out of here. I took it off I got 55.
You took it off. You're like, fuck this thing.
Yeah, dude, it kept bouncing off my freaking order.
Wherever you put it.
Got out.
They don't want to fill you, Tim. You're 100,
I mean,
200 shares.
It was just
50,
100. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
God, that would have been so nice had I got my 68 fill like I thought I was getting. I was like, as I clicked it, the price slammed down. I got filled all the way down there at 57. It sucked. Yeah, it might get back out if it wants to run.
This is the type that hasn't moved enough for me. Like, I want to see that bigger move through 14 or something.
Pretty straight up from 1320 almost.
Yeah. I just think like the pullback could possibly be like 1350, 1345.
Yeah, for me to get back in, I'd like to see it go through the highs. I'm glad I trusted my instincts there and just took it off, though. It's kind of annoying.
Like when you take it off. Yeah. I'm back. What? No.
Two people have the same job title, and those two people shouldn't have a difference in 34% or more. What do you mean by that, addedly? I feel like that's not true, because like, what if someone just started and someone's been there for 20 years? I mean, obviously one person's going to be way more valuable to the company at that point.
What do we do on that trade?
I took it off, basically break even once it wouldn't get under 50 again. Yeah, so I'm out. I'm looking to get back in, but I was hoping it would make like a run. It
Yeah,
doesn't look like it wants to.
it's jumpy.
Yeah. There's not a lot of volume. Like there was, but it's like coming in patches.
Alright, Tesla.
Anybody find any news?
DNUT?
Yeah, didn't really look, but
You get in, Thomas?
Yeah, I'm still in.
Today is one of those rare moments when something in this business truly surprises me. McDonald's will sell Krispy Kreme donuts in 9 locations for a limited time.
Why?
So McDonald's is now selling Krispy Kreme donuts. That's the news.
Well, that should
probably
increase.
produce a lot. That'll produce a lot of money for him, bro.
McDonald's stock really didn't do anything.
Oh, I think it's more beneficial to probably more beneficial to Krispy Kreme than McDonald's even.
It says 9 locations.
Oh, that's
What is
it?
9 locations gonna do? Yeah, and it's for a limited time.
I thought you meant all of them.
No.
So it's just a test.
Yeah.
What's the donut?
I guess Krispy Kreme could look at it like it could end up being a huge nationwide deal. But,
Well, these donuts- At least they used to be. I've had one about 12 years.
Krispy Kreme's bomb, dude. Fucking love Krispy Kreme.
You don't even have to chew them. They just melt.
Yeah, they just melt in your mouth. That shit's crazy good.
And I want to
Yeah.
get back in so bad, but every part of me is saying not to, just how it's trading.
But we got
All right,
shit
Thomas, I'll be quiet.
Hey, Thomas, you got this, bro. Don't listen to him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm just saying this wouldn't, if I wasn't already taking part in this
In it, you
trade,
would not get in
yeah, I
it.
wouldn't get,
I
yeah,
got
that's
you.
all.
done. What's your average, Thomas?
60.
I swear you're getting lower as the day goes on.
It's probably
I was
farther-
further away from the mic.
I'm going to turn you all the way up, and then tomorrow you're going to like blast my eardrums.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna happen if I go to work. Oh, I got all of y'all up to 100%. Y'all normally at 40.
Really?
200.
How do you know that, Adley? Is he streaming? I
That's
didn't even
because we
know.
all have them at different levels. That's the craziest shit. You think it would be the same for all of us?
Well, it depends what you have your volume at normally.
No, that's. Oh, my volume's like all the way up, I think. He's at
Yeah, he is.
67 for me.
Would you look at that?
But like Tim's at like 38. So he's double what Tim
Oh,
is.
he only took on our shares too.
Right.
He's fine. He got a much better fill than I
I
did.
literally have all of
Wonder
you
why
at
I didn't
different
take any
levels.
off.
That's the funniest shit ever, though.
Yeah.
Not one of you are at the same level.
The pin's at
I figure.
100, you're at 80, and Thomas is at 200.
It's funny. I have Tim louder than you too, so Tim must be quieter on his microphone than you are. Or are you louder than Tim? Nope, I have you louder than Tim.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I mean, based off the news, I don't really see where this is going. Pretty crazy move just for 9 locations.
Well, but most people probably just saw Krispy Kreme and McDonald's.
Yeah, true. I mean, again, Charlie hasn't said anything.
Mm-mm.
It's not any big news.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen some of the shit that he reports.
Isn't even worth reporting.
Yeah, you've seen some of the shit he reports. Like,
Dumbest shit ever. I counted the wrinkles in my penis.
UAC
There were
Digital
4.
shares getting a pop here.
Hey, Charlie, what does that have to do with anything?
he's just reporting other shit. He's like, whatever.
Let's talk about DWAC.
He looks at a nice quick pop.
I know. I actually put an order out there, but it didn't come anywhere close.
Blood sugar sucker fish in my dish.
Order cancelled.
Why is it looking I'm only going to get one trade today again?
Yeah, sadly, I'm starting to feel. The longer the day progresses, the less I want to fucking trade, you know? So I have less faith.
A lot of volume on that candle. Could be good for a drop. There it
Did you get
goes.
any ads, Thomas?
CNBC reporting that McDonald's to sell Krispy Kreme donuts at some
Hey! 5 minutes later.
and Delta November uniform.
Dude, what is going on with that?
I don't know.
That's literally,
Delayed
what,
fucking
12
news.
minutes? Like, when did the move first happen?
Move happened.
At
Initial
11.
move was
So
at
14
11.
minutes.
Shares of Krispy Kreme near the highs now, $13.80.
That's insane.
How does Charlie saying the news affect it more, or what happened? Who the fuck knows?
Well, no, it's somewhere people are reading the news, obviously.
All of it, yeah. Somebody's getting the news before us, that's for sure. Where are they getting the news, though? Where does that come from?
I have no idea. You tell me. I want to know. That's for sure.
Charlie's on the leg.
Yeah, Charlie's like, now that I'm out at 1402, Krispy Kreme.
But it's only 19 locations. Or 9 locations. Keep dropping.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie even said that. I wanted to get back in so bad, but again, not my play.
So if Thomas got an ad, he should be green.
DNUT
For
dollar.
14.
It was a nice drop. Oh well. Everyone's like, oh, 9 locations? That's it?
Boy, Thomas is always green.
Nice.
Yeah, Devin, it's almost like I never see him post a loss.
I never see him post. Well, no, Thomas posts losses for sure. Not many, but there's the occasional.
Doesn't still fighting. It's fighting with VWAP.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it down here. I just don't see the room for me
370.
at this point. I'm probably gonna come down to like 1340, 1337, which go Thomas, but
Yeah, my average is 75.
nice. Good job, Tomas.
Now it's fighting with my my 20 moving average. There we go.
Dollar.
I'd like to see 1330 for him.
Yeah, I got take profit at 1324.
Yeah.
No woman, no cry.
PY just came out of the halt. It's unbelievable looking.
What time is it?
11:18.
Yeah. 11:18. Fuck. I should be walking the DO double G. for all the moms. Alright. I'm actually gonna do that real fast. I'll be back, guys.
Wish I would have got a much better fill. Would have been pretty nice.
What added to it?
Well, I would have definitely taken some off on the 50 test, but my average was basically at 50, so I had to try to get under 50, and then it just didn't fill me down there at 44.
Yeah.
But even after I got out, like, sure, I could have got back in, but that thing just started grinding higher. I put an order at 14.15, just didn't get there.
Oh, what did it get? Got max what? Just over 14?
Yeah, 14.03.
1 to 15, stay, bitch.
You said your profit's 44 target?
24.
24.
24.
Yep.
Slow down learning since there's only so much to learn. What does that matter though? I mean, wouldn't you rather have someone working for you that knows everything and like everything? Stop watching that because it's just gonna piss me off.
BLK, Missouri announced they pulled $500 million in pension funds from BlackRock. That's roughly in a kilo.
What's your stop at, Thomas?
67.
Yeah.
Still on it. I'll root them on. What was the ticker? You know. SPY making a pretty decent move down.
LNT.
Yeah. Broke under that 370. That's a bad sign.
That's a good suggestion there, Jag, about the subbing the bonus for salary.
Yeah.
A good idea. It just boggles my mind because, you know, they are a nice company, they're nice people, but I keep telling her, I was like, well, yeah, they present themselves that way, so you won't ever question them. Like they're doing their job as owners. They're making you feel like you work in a great place so that you won't want to leave when they offer you less money. Or not less money, but don't give you the money that you think you deserve.
Well, the tough thing is they probably have a max raise percentage that they give. And that's probably over it. But they made the mistake of saying you'll get there in this time frame, which they probably had intentions of doing, but then all of a sudden COVID hit and this, that, and the other thing, so it gave them excuses.
I also think a lot of it is kind of bullshit because with a private company, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can.
And I also know that because she's worked for other companies in the same industry, And the pay scale for her position is pretty wide. It really is based on like what they value you as an employee. So the more you're going to sit here and feed her the BS that, you know, she's the most important employee they have, like they're shaping her to be the next manager, to take her boss's job, like her direct boss. So like they're doing all these things, like basically saying, hey, we value you much higher than anyone else in your department, but yet they don't want to show it come, you know, salary talks.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, it's like mind boggling, because it's like, well, how are you going to say all these things? But then when push comes to shove, and where, you know, when it comes to the bottom line, you know, you're sitting over here throwing Christmas parties every year where just the hotel rooms that you provide for everyone cost more than what I'm asking for you to give me in you know, the entire year.
Yeah.
So it's those kinds of things that you're like, come on, man. It reminds me of that segment. Like, come on, man.
And you know, the other thing is there's stupid people. So you have the people who are direct bosses or whatever. They probably don't make the decision on how much of a raise she can get. They probably have input, but they don't probably make that decision. And they're telling her these things. Not and the people who are giving her the raises and stuff like that probably don't have any idea that they're telling her that.
Well, no. So the people that are telling her this are the owners of the company. Like there's 3 owners of the company, and they're the ones that handle all that stuff.
Okay, so then they're just stupid people.
Yeah.
Thinking that she's not going to or anything.
Yeah, like it makes no sense. Like these are the same people that are telling her directly to her face and behind closed doors and stuff like that, you know, like how valuable she is, but then turning around and basically telling her how not valuable she is. I mean, granted, they are giving her raises and stuff like that, but she and myself feel that based on the industry standard is much lower and slower than it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adley, I got you.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of ways to go with it. You do that one could you know, the bonus one could theoretically cost you money overall. You know what I mean?
That's only in a way, it would actually be protecting more of your money, at least, you know, when it first happened. Yeah, because like we just discussed, you know, the bonus isn't guaranteed, even though they make it out to be.
Yeah, where your salary would be.
Right. I mean, because obviously, if anyone had the choice, like if someone was like, well, like if the owners came to me, like say you're making 150 a year, 100 salary, 50 bonus, and you're like, we'll give you 125 salary but no bonus. Like, would you take it? That's a tough decision.
Yeah.
Because like we said, you know, well, bonuses, sometimes they work, you know, sometimes we might not be able to pay it, but you know, if you take 125 a year, like you get 125 a year regardless.
Yeah, because when COVID hit and you lost that bonus,
right,
because of it, you wouldn't have affected her.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people, like at that company and in that industry, where the bonuses are upwards of 40 to 50% of their annual pay. I mean, that's crazy to think about. Like, I've never worked in the private industry, so I never really knew that this even existed. So like when she was telling me about it and I started looking into it, I was like, what the heck? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And it's scary because it's basically the company saying, like, we don't really want to pay you more than we think you're worth, but at the same time, if you're performing, we'll keep paying you, kind of thing.
And that's all the people who work, you know, 100% commission. You're basically betting on yourself.
Yeah.
But commission rates are guaranteed. Realistically, you hit your levels. This is what you're getting percentage wise based on what you're doing. With her, there's no guarantee of that the bonus will be paid.
Yeah, I actually did that for a couple of years when I lived in North Carolina, and I vowed I will never do that again. Working 100% commission is just stressful.
Yeah, my son does that. He but I mean his is he's moved up. He sells life insurance and stuff like and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Uh he's moved up. He's now like a regional manager for him. So I mean he's still commission based, but there's a lot of like guaranteed residual and stuff like that. He's making like ridiculous money.
Well, that's also a business where the business kind of comes to you.
Yes.
Yeah. See, what I was doing was it was a communications thing, and we would have to go from business to business. Like we would basically door to door, but for businesses.
Yeah.
And it was just not fun. Yeah, it was not fun.
No. Because no business wants to talk to you, really.
No, especially business owners. And that was the thing. Like you had to talk to the person that owned the business. And so like we would target like smaller businesses because, you know, they're the only, and it was real easy to save them money on like phone bills, because that was essentially what we would do. We worked for AT&T, and we would go in and be like, hey, we could save you some money. But in reality, we're just like reorganizing their bill, which did save them money. It was just basically a restructured bill. It's no different than like when people have their 2-year contract run out and they like call up and threaten. Is essentially the same thing, but we would just come to them and do it. And that was how we'd earn our commission, was essentially by just getting them to agree to 2 more years. But usually it would involve like the different packages and stuff like it was dumb. Because that's the other thing. There were so many people that got fired from that job because they were like, well, if we do this and this, it's like you can get faster internet and it would and it would cost less. And you know, then they would go out after they agree and they would just write up all the stuff that would give them more commission but cost the same amount for them. And so that way, if, you know, their bill went down, they'd be hoping that, you know, they didn't even notice the change in the internet speed and stuff like that. And like, it's just ridiculous that people think of ways to scam you nonstop. It's crazy. That business actually went out of business. And that was actually right around when I moved back to Maryland.
Marijuana moment, reporting White House drug czar says marijuana clearly has medical value.
Because when I had my business, I hated when people came in. Just hated it.
Yeah. That's why I started working for the county, because I was like, oh, I don't have to deal with the public. Like that was such an amazing part of it. Because up until that point, like every job I had was dealing with the public, and it's just not fun.
Oh, it is not.
Then I got back into umpiring, and I did that for a couple years, and I'm like, yeah, now I remember why I hate the public.
Yep.
Like customer service jobs, like umpiring basically is customer service. It's a skilled customer service, skilled labor customer service. It's like, I trained to do what I'm doing, and you're just watching from over there on the bleachers from an angle. Shut up.
Yeah.
Fucking DNUT. I totally should have started that. I hate my rules sometimes. No. I thought about getting back into it again just to have some of the extra money, because the money was good. Like when you did high school games, it was like $100 for. It was like $110 for varsity games and like $85, I think, for JV. And I mean, they were the best games because the games were actually good. And on top of that, like they were usually quicker than the little kids games, because the little kids, they can barely throw strikes. I don't know. It's just like, it was actually fun doing high school games, but the coaches, man, are worse than the parents now. Is like with the little kids, the parents are like nonstop, but you know, it's not that bad. But in high school, the coaches think they know everything and they don't know anything. It's ridiculous. Like, go read the rule book before you start coming out here to argue.
Yep.
And all I can think about is how I'm mad that I didn't FOMO back into DNUT.
Well, I mean, you wanted to pop over 14 and never gave you a sustained pop over there.
Yeah. I think even Thomas would agree with me that after that initial move, it did just grind higher. So
it did. And then finally decided to give up when everybody realized it's only 9 stores.
It was so obvious too, though. I even said it. I was like, "Oh, look at all that volume. Probably gonna get a nice drop." Sure enough, there it was.
Are you still in, Thomas, or did it catch you on that one pop?
No, I'm still in. I'm debating on whether to take 50% of my trail.
Yeah.
Didn't you say it was at 66? It literally went to 66.
I was at 67.
Ooh, lucky you.
Yeah, the penny thing worked in my favor.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Kind of hungry. Uh, yeah, I'll make some eggs.
To another flow. Tell me where to go, what to do. To another flow.
Actually, I might run to Walmart. What do you guys think of my recap videos and my shorts? Damn, Thomas. Guess they said 9 locations mean jack shit. No two people should ever be paid the same. I agree. Almost made $50 today, I guess, considering
INPX and Pixon pricing their offering.
kind of how slow today was. I shouldn't be too upset. It was really just one good trade.
$15 million, $5.85 per share and associated warrants. That's Indian November Papa X-Ray, INPX.
Ugh.
INPX halted on a circuit breaker now. Shares at the lowest $5.94. And pricing they're offering at $5.85 for a share and accompanying warrant. INPX. To another flow.
Good old Biden. Yeah, Froggo, nothing like losing, what was it, like 850,000, 500,000, whatever he did, and making back 2,000 of it. I can't imagine. Alton, what's up, man? What crazy gap? Do not know what crazy gap you be talking about. Rago, I found, it's funny you posted that. I found there was one called the Three Stooges. Let me see it. Here it is. Spy, yes, take your pick. What gap are you talking about, though?
Futures pulling back.
Oh, you're talking about the gap literally from yesterday. Gotcha. Yep, it sure did. Just did.
A report from Yonhap, North Korea fires artillery shells into the seas off the east and west coast. INPX shares resume trading now after a circuit breaker halt following the pricing of their offering.
Yeah, well, I just
X-ray,
scaled up
INPX
yesterday,
shares
so I'm not really having a
lows
great
now
day, but
$5.47,
I mean, I did have
down
the
about
decent trade on
40%
QNRX,
at the lows for
but
INPX.
DNUT and MNMD. DNUT could have been better. I'm a little sad about DNUT because I thought I was getting a better fill. I hit it, and I swear it was at 68 on the bid, and as I hit it, it just tanked. We ended up getting filled at 57. So, I mean, that could have easily have been, you know, a $15, $20 trade, just a quick scalp. I really wanted to get back in up through 14. I put an order at 14.15, but it didn't quite get there because it was just kind of grinding. So I was looking for an actual pop, and we just never got it. So it was a little frustrating. Yep, D-nuts. It's Krispy Kreme.
UPST, Upstart Holdings, getting a pop to the high. Uniform Papa Sandy Tango.
I'm off the shit with my brothers. Keep lethal weapons and Glover. First make a young nigga thugger. You know best friend is a cover. Girl on me bouncing like flubber. Boy young with money like stunner. 300 a pint pour all summer. Shoot on sight if you fuck with my come up. Your boy got a license to start this.
Is that DOS? Yes, it is. Race to find glitches. Uh-oh. You look like you did well while you pushing it. It's just time to push it. I've been waiting literally since the beginning of the year for the market to get hot, and it's been this market all year. So it's time to realize that I'm doing just fine without it. I mean, you guys can see the P&L curve. Ever since I made my blunder trying to push it last time, but I was pushing it a little differently. I started playing extended only without fast, and that was what bit me. But I stopped doing that, started doing what I was doing before, and it's obviously working. So a little bit of size increase is not going to change. It shouldn't change how my trades work. So liquidity should never be an issue for the tickers that I'm playing. So the idea is I'm going to start pushing and see what happens. I really, really, really want to be at least like averaging over $100 a day by the end of the year. That's my goal. I mean, if the market would pick up and I get 2 or 3 of these QNRX trades, I'm there. But we can't get them. We're only getting 1 or 2 a day. So
Too nice is a setup. Drift out, head to toe, peep to get up. Said the young be standing in any sweater. You think you could do it better, but really could never measure. Got a Glock engraved with your name on it. And some special designs, this is a game for me. Tiptoed on the beat in Balenciagas. Dipped out of your crib with my Gucci floppers. Your boy got a license to start this. Shoot on
All out of DNUT.
I can't do this right now.
Hoo-hoo, at Bish.
Been down the darkest road.
Hoo-hoo, at Bish.
Think I could get out. Now I just walk on through. The ghosts are all around. Here and I can't be moved. I never look back. They start creeping in, but I'm leaving them in the past. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And just look where I am now. We can break the cycle. Find our own way out. Was no light at the end of the tunnel. So I look at myself. The ghosts are all around. The ghosts are all around. Been down the darkest roads. I know that it's true. So throw your dirt at me and make it look brand new. They all know my name. Not an easy shot. Turn these tears into gold. They shine like what I've lost. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And just look at where I am now. We can break the cycle. Find my own way out. Was no light at the end of the tunnel. So I won't give up myself.
$20 pips average. Damn, you averaged 20 pips. That's amazing. Welcome, man. Kind of caught me on my way out. I usually get off around 12 o'clock. But I do hang out in the Discord, and you can always catch me on Twitter as well. Those links are down below. I am live every morning. The market's open. So I will be here tomorrow morning, if you'd like to stop back in. Rough day for me, but we will bounce back. What happened? You got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to tell me. Shaking out the trades. Man. I was actually just having... I'll end on this. I was just having a pretty interesting conversation with myself, talking to David, because I'm pretty sure he has no idea like how to play poker. So I had mentioned to him here on DNUT that had I not gotten filled to get out of my trade here, if this was still going against me, the odds are I would have added in on the fail of 14. I would have been looking for the add up over 14, but when I didn't get it, I would have probably just hit it on the way back down through 14. So that would have obviously brought my average somewhere around here. I'm just kind of guessing, maybe even a little bit lower, something like that. And we would have got the big drop, and I would have had more shares, and I actually would have ended up making a decent amount on this. However, what I was trying to explain as well is that since I wasn't in the trade, had I not even had this chart up at all, and I pulled it up when it was right here about to go up through 14, I don't think any part of me would have wanted to get in this unless it made a big pop up through 14, which is where I was going to get my ad up there, or not ad, but get back in at 14.15. So he responded with saying, and I'm not saying he's wrong, but he responded saying, that is interesting. You'd be willing to add to it if you're still in it, aka add risk because the theory is it's worth the additional risk, but I wasn't willing to start the trade again there. And he said that it seems like that is a bit of flawed logic. And at first, I can understand why it does sound flawed, and it kind of is. But then I kind of gave the interesting theory of a poker hand where, let's say you start off a hand with ace king suited, we'll say spades, and the flop comes queen jack 9 with the queen and the jack both being spades. You now have a royal flush draw. You have the straight draw, the flush draw. You can still hit your ace, your king. You got the world basically to hit on the turn in the river. So with that said, you decide to bet. The guy ends up calling you. Let's say he's got pocket. We'll say he's got pocket aces. What's it really matter? Right? It doesn't matter what the other guy's hand is because he's irrelevant in this example. But he has to have a reason to keep calling your bets. But anyways, so now you need a spade, a 10, an ace, a king. You know, something you got a ton of cards to help you win this hand, right? The turn's a deuce of clubs. It doesn't do anything for you. However, you still got one more card, and you have so many possibilities to make the best hand, and the best hand at that. So you bet again. The guy calls again. The river is the 3 of hearts. So now you get to the river with a hand that is basically useless. It's ace high, and this guy's been calling you since, you know, pre-flop, flop, turn, river. And now, what do? Right? In poker, the hand's not over yet. Like, you can still bet again, aka add to a position that you're still in, even though you don't want to be in it, and bluff, and they fold, and you end up winning the hand. So essentially, that was my theory is, yeah, I might have still been in the trade, but I don't like it anymore. Sure, I wouldn't start a new position here, but it doesn't mean that I can't try to add some risk, even though I don't want to, in hopes that I can still win that hand. So that was kind of my logic behind, like, if you were still in a trade that you don't necessarily want to be in, but the only reason you're still in it is because you're in it. Does that make sense? So the only reason I would still be in this is because I was in it to begin with. However, I got out of it for basically break even, and it started to grind against me. But no part of me wanted to get back in because I didn't like the move that it was making, right? It felt like it was grinding. Now, if it makes the big pop up through 14, very willing to get back into this, looking for this exact move. However, it just kind of snuck through 14 on a lot of volume. So in a way, it was kind of like a fake out breakout type move.
What's up, peeps? Anything?
Could have definitely probably jumped in there had I been looking for like a backside type move, but that's not the point. So it's like, I could understand like his stand or his viewpoint on that, but at the same time, like, of course, none of us want to be in a losing trade. Of course, none of us want to, it's like I can't get away from people talking. None of us want to be in a trade that we wouldn't normally be in or adding into based off of what it's doing after we're already in. Like, we're not always given that opportunity, but you're not always going to flop a royal flush draw and not get there on the turn of the river. It's just part of it, right? Sometimes it's going to happen. And how you handle those trades after that point is kind of what makes up, you know, the ins and the outs of trading and playing poker for that matter. Like, that's what makes you profitable versus not profitable. So had I added here, you know, I'd say like 1395 or whatever, and then it goes back to the highs, you cut the loss, right? It's not that big of a loss. 200 shares, 1376, 24. It's like a $40 loss. Like, it happens. I give back my day. Sure, I'm basically break even on the day after that. However, it's just one day, right? It's just one trade. It's one trade out of the millions of trades that I'm probably going to take out throughout my lifetime of trading. So that's how I look at it. And sometimes, and I played poker for 20 years. I mean, I still do. So sometimes you're going to run a bluff and it just doesn't work. It's just part of it. But anyways, I guess we'll end on that. So basically, selling for a loss, then it hits big. Still sounds like a contradiction of sorts. So started building your position different than adding. Well, that's kind of the point. Is you're building in this example, you're building a position unwilling. I don't really know any other way to say it, and that's why I was using the poker reference, because sometimes you get to the turn in the river in a poker hand and you're like, crap, like I'm getting caught right now. Like, is there any way that I can still win this hand? Because if you just check and get the showdown, you clearly aren't going to win, right? There's going to be times where you know that you can't win with the hand that you have. So the only way to win is to add additional risk, knowing that you might lose, right? So that's kind of what these types of trades are to me. Like, if I was still in this and it starts grinding against me, I don't want to be in this trade anymore. But if I don't add, what are the odds of that thing coming all the way down to my first entry? Not as likely. I mean, this one it did, obviously. But a lot of times, if something starts to grind, you're going to get that pop through 14. It'll come back down. It'll look for previous resistance areas, like this 1380 when it first moved up. That was where it originally went to. And then it could try to bounce off of that and then move higher, right? And then you're stuck way down here. And that's how you get caught in these grinders. But if you just get that one ad, knowing that you don't want to be in the trade anymore, and essentially if it goes back through the highs, that's when the opponent calls you in the poker hand, you turn over your hand and you admit defeat, right? But it's still a small loss because you played it fine and you weren't adding that much risk at the top there. In poker, you're actually going to most likely always be adding way more risk than you want to try to get them off of a hand. But I mean, I digress. It's one of those situations where, yes, I wouldn't want to start it here, but that's because I don't like the trade anymore. So even if I was still in the trade, it doesn't mean I want to be in the trade, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's just going to grind against you and you're just kind of along for the ride until it gives you a reason to add. And then when you do add, you're kind of, in the way that I play it, I'm looking for the end of the trade. Like, I'm looking for it to come down and either take me out at that point, or if it wants to try to move higher, consolidate, move higher, then I'm going to get out of the trade. And that's just how I've always played these. And I mean, I don't know, the P&L curve kind of speaks for itself. So It happens sometimes. Sometimes it just works. Sometimes it doesn't. I mean, had I originally just got a good fill over here, I end up getting out of this and I'm not even really talking about it. The only reason I feel like I'm even still talking about this is because I only made $2.27 on it. If I would have made the $20 had I got a better fill, we're probably not even talking about it. We're probably like, oh, good first trade, and then I just grinded higher. And who cares what it did after that? I say that all the time. All I'm looking for is the initial intense move into the pullback, and what it does after that, I have no clue nor care. Now, if it made a big pop up through 14 here, up to like 1420 or something, you're damn right I'm ready to get back in because it's a fast move up through a key area. And it's still extending away. However, that's not what happened. So I'm just saying if I pulled this chart up and I had never made that first trade, I probably don't trade this at all. But I did. So the only reason I was even looking at it is because I had already traded it. But the third scenario is I get in it, I don't get filled down here. And what am I doing if I were still in it? I end up making more money than I did. But it's not because it's a good trade and a trade that I wanted to be in. It's just because of the scenario that I described a little bit earlier. So that's kind of what it comes down to. Are the momentum out better than trying to catch the momentum mid-move? Oh, well, 20 pips. The more you stick around, you'll start to see how I trade. Well, right, and that is my plan, Vincenzo. So it works. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I got some stuff to do. Come in the Discord if you want to continue to talk. You can also find me on Twitter if you want to message me that way. I'm gonna get out of here. I will talk to you in there, or I will see you later. Look for the recap later in the short that I'll be putting out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.